Hello YouTube, it's your big beautiful boy B3
And Pepper the dog. Who is good dog? You.
Ooh. Back with another kickin' movie reaction review. That's mostly what we've been doing lately, just because they're easy and I've been wanting to watch a lot of films. So today we are doing a quote-unquote classic, Plan 9 from Outer Space, an Ed Wood film. It is from 1959. It is a sci-fi horror film. Runs about an hour 20. You can watch it on Tubi, Pluto TV, Sling TV, Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, and iTunes. It has a 4 out of 10 on IMDb and a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 60% of Google users like the movie. Quick read up here. Residents of California's San Fernando Valley are under attack by flying saucers. From outer space, of course. Where else would flying saucers be from? The aliens, led by Eros, Dudley Manlove, and his assistant Tana, Jonah Lee, intend to conquer the planet by resurrecting corpses in a Hollywood cemetery. The living dead, a cape-wearing ghoul, played by Bela Lugosi, a vampire, played by Vampira, and a slow-footed cop, played by Tor Johnson, who is killed for his nosiness, stalk the curious humans who wander into the cemetery looking for evidence of the UFOs. Release date July 22nd, 1959. Directed by Ed Wood, of course. Narrated by the amazing Criswell. Budget $60,000 for the time. And of course the screenplay is by Ed Wood. We already mentioned a lot of the actors and stuff, but once again you got like Ed Wood, Malia Numari, Bela Lugosi, and the amazing Criswell, who had terrible hair, by the way, just terrible hair. But yeah, Plan 9 from Outer Space is the so bad it's good movie. Like, when someone says so bad it's good, the majority of film buffs immediately think of Plan 9 from Outer Space. Ed Wood was kind of known for so bad it's good. And the thing that makes a good so bad it's good film is, whether it's bad because of any reason, you can tell that a lot of passion was put into it. Like, look at Birdemic, which we will review at some point. Birdemic is bad. It was made on basically zero budget, but it has so much passion put into it, you know? And then you look at Plan 9 from Outer Space, it's written poorly. It's shot poorly. It has almost no budget. The acting is terrible, etc., etc. But there's so much passion behind it. You can tell that Ed Wood was genuinely trying to make a good film and genuinely cared about the project. So, you know, lots of people praise Roger Corman, but I think Ed Wood deserves more praise than Roger Corman, because Roger Corman doesn't give a fuck. Ed Wood gave a fuck, you know? So the movie is about aliens, and they try to contact Earth, because they're like, yo, Earth, that atomic bomb is pretty fucking crazy. The next step up would be a bomb that could destroy the entire universe, and that's not cool. You guys kind of need to chill your ways. Which is really the same exact thing that the alien did in The Day the Earth Stood Still, one of my favorite films, which I believe I have reviewed already. But, yeah, the aliens are doing the same thing, except in The Day the Earth Stood Still, the humans kind of promised to cooperate with the alien, and in this film, the governments refuse to reply to any of the aliens' messages. They try to shoot down alien spacecraft. They're very hostile towards the aliens who just want to talk about peace. And then the aliens are like, well, we got to destroy the planet. So it's basically The Day the Earth Stood Still, except the aliens do try to destroy the planet. And they use Plan 9. And Plan 9 is to resurrect dead people on Earth and then just have them kill off the population, which is a really terrible plan. Because they're not zombies or anything, right? They're just ghouls resurrected by weird science. So, they resurrect 3 of them, and that takes a really, really long time for the aliens to resurrect 3 of them. And then they stop at 3. They just stop at 3. And I have no idea why they stop at 3. I don't know how they expect to destroy the entire planet with 3 ghouls. It's pretty fucking stupid. The aliens act like they're so smart, but they're so dumb. There's this one part where they're talking to the humans, and it's a male and female alien, and the male alien, he just keeps calling the humans stupid over and over and over again. And then the woman tries to speak, and he tells her to shut up and shoves her on the floor. And then he's like, women aren't supposed to, like, do stuff on our planet. They're just for breeding. And I'm like, holy shit, how many fucking old-ass alien movies have I seen that in, you know? Like, the aliens act like they're so civilized, and then they're, like, somehow more sexist than the people of Earth, even in the setting of this movie when people were somehow even more sexist than today. Like, yowza. Actual yowza. But, it's got some quote-unquote recognizable faces. Believe it or not, I actually think Tor Johnson is pretty recognizable, because I've seen him in stuff like The Beast of Yucca Flats, which is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but still, you know, I haven't seen, Vampira in anything else, to be completely honest, but she looks like she's been wearing a corset way too long, because her waist is like she looks like she's about to snap. And then this movie has my favorite actor of all time. I'm not joking. Bela Lugosi, who played Dracula in 1931, is my favorite actor of all time. And he was completely wasted in this movie. There was a time when Bela Lugosi was like a big name, like right after Dracula, but his film career declined so much over the years that he was doing stuff. Even Dracula, he did for like a quarter of the pay that he would normally have gotten, because he wanted the part so badly. But then once you do that and that's your big hit, then people don't want to pay you. You know, that was kind of the problem. So Bela Lugosi, towards the end of his career and the end of his life, was getting cast in just low-budget garbage that he was way too good for. But to his credit, even when Bela Lugosi was in the shittiest of shitty low-budget films, he always gave it 100%. And that's why it's so bad to see him wasted in this film. Bela Lugosi is in this movie, right? He doesn't speak a word. He does not get a single line of dialogue. You're going to cast Bela Lugosi, who's famous for his accent, and not have him speak? How fucking dare you? Absolutely, how fucking dare you? And we don't even see his face most of the movie. Because remember in Dracula, he had that big cape, and he was also kind of famous for his capes. He was buried in a cape. He didn't ask for that, but everyone thought it was appropriate. His son has the cape that he wore in Dracula, because he actually wore one of his personal capes in Dracula. And like film historians and collectors and stuff say it's a priceless film artifact. Like they cannot put a price on it. It is priceless. He's famous for his capes. So they do have him wear one in this movie, which was good. But he walks around with it covering his face, like when Dracula's hiding in the movie. Like when he's hiding behind a tree or something, he's got it up over his face. But even when Bela's character wasn't hiding in this film, he still had it over his face, even when he was like assaulting people. And it's like, you're going to get Bela Lugosi, Dracula himself, barely show his face and never let him speak? Fuck you. Fuck you. How dare Ed Wood do that? The acting just in general was shit, probably because they didn't actually let Bela Lugosi act. But like pissed. I'm like actually pissed about that. Bela Lugosi is the man. So, the acting for everyone else is just garbage. Like, Tor kind of does his usual thing, to be completely honest. Vampira doesn't really get any speaking roles, but everyone else's acting is just trash. Just absolute garbage. Worst of the worst. The writing's pretty bad. There's a lot of weird narration that isn't necessary. See, here's the thing about narration. If you have a narrator explaining something to the audience, then that's something that you're not showing. Like, Bela Lugosi is alive the first time you see him, and then he gets, like, hit by a car, and he's dead, so they resurrect him. When you first see him, Bela's like, he, like, walks out of his house, and they're like, oh, and the narrator's like, he's devastated because his wife is dead, and then he looks at these flowers in front of his house, and the narrator's like, his wife planted those, but now they're just empty memories, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he could have had dialogue with someone in front of his house that got all that across, and it would have been much better and more interesting. I don't want to sit here and listen to fucking narration, dude. I don't. I really don't. Especially in this film that's already written pretty damn badly. Pretty damn badly. And the aliens have a shit plan. They just have a shit plan. They think they're so smart, but their plan is shit. Their plan is so shit. And I think the score is okay. It's probably stock music, honestly, but the score's fine. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty damn creative film. Aliens resurrecting people as ghouls to destroy the planet is a pretty good idea, and if it could have been done on a much larger scale, I think the movie could have been pretty goddamn cool. It really could have. And then the solar bomb that they were talking about, like, apparently the aliens and many other aliens out in the universe know of a way to split solar ray particles that creates an explosion that would destroy the universe. And they're like, we're all too advanced to even make the bomb, let alone use it. Like, all the alien races in space just refuse to make the bomb, but we all know how to do it. And he's like, we're afraid humans are going to discover that bomb very soon. Because you're making all this technology like before your society should be able to make it. And you made the atom bomb like fast. And we're afraid you're going to make this really fast. And if you use it, it will destroy every part of the universe that sunlight from your sun touches. And that's pretty damn far. Because stars are just fucking sunlight, dude. So it would just be like, it would destroy so much. It would destroy so much. Like, that bomb is a really cool idea. And the humans are like, well, it would make us a stronger nation. And it's like, dude, it would make your nation cease to exist. Holy shit. The humans are dumb in this movie. The aliens are dumb in this movie. But the movie's a really cool idea. If it just had a bigger budget and more capable filmmakers, director and writer specifically, it could have been pretty damn incredible with that idea. And now it's a So Bad It's Good movie from Valiant Pictures and Reynolds Pictures Incorporated. Distributed and produced respectively. But yeah, but the reason the film is remembered is because when you watch it, you still kind of enjoy it. Like, it's so stupid that it's laughable. This was actually my German 1 professor's favorite movie. She had a picture of Bela Lugosi and Dracula standing on the steps in the window of the door to her office. Plan 9 from Outer Space has actually had a pretty damn big cultural impact. to be completely honest. It's been remade. I think it even has a sequel that someone made, because there's a movie called Plan 9, which I think is a remake that you can watch on Prime Video. I actually watched this on Prime Video. However, I do have to say, Prime Video only has it in color. I am not a supporter of colorizing films for almost any reason. I think colorizing films is awful. But there are many places you can watch it, like Tubi, and I think there's even copies up on YouTube. But there is a movie called Plan 10. I don't know much about it. I guess it's supposed to be a sequel or something. It's actually from the 90s. And it's apparently a satire of Mormonism. Oh, here it is. Yeah. A surreal satire of Mormon theology and no connection to Plan 9 from outer space, other than the fact that they feature aliens and the title, and the fact that they're low budget. I definitely want to watch it, but I know for a fact it's not on Prime Video. I'm sure it's on Tubi. Everything's on Tubi. I'll figure it out. But Plan 9 from Outer Space is the so bad it's good movie. You watch it and you just enjoy it. It's best to watch with friends. All so bad they're good movies are best to watch with friends. I've seen this film multiple times. And you know what? I think it's a fun watch. And it's film history. Even if it's terrible. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Like this video in memory of Bela Lugosi, because they did him dirty in this film. And in his whole life and career. He was done pretty dirty. Even though he was so talented. That is it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. We're adding more and more links all the time, baby. That's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time.